Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Angela and I find my paradise through reading. And today I'm a little bit late, I know, but it's just been so busy and I've just been enjoying my reading and my studies. But at long last, I am just going to quickly go over all the books that I read in February. Hold on. Coffee's life. Oh my God, I'm gonna put this here. Okay, so all the books I read in February. Here's a little stackaroo. What do you think? Not bad. I thought, I think it's more than I thought, even though like I was kind of tracking it, but kind of not. I don't know. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about these because I feel like I did go over all of these books in previous videos. So if you want to know a little bit more about them, go check out some of my other videos. But there are 2, 4, 7 books that I read in February. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, 7 books. I think I have them all here. And without further ado, boom, Moby Dick by Herman Melville. This book was, it was great. I mean, I enjoyed mostly a lot of the beginning of it before they set off on their whaling voyage. There was a lot of whale anatomy, whaling jargon, whaling education. And sometimes it just felt like this read like a textbook on whaling boats, whaling equipment, whaling anatomy. So there were some parts, but like the characters were fantastic. Moby Dick the whale I was kind of rooting for him. And I don't know, I did enjoy it. Thank God I did, because this is a very, very, very long book. I love this edition. It's so beautiful. This is a Chiltern Classic edition. But I'm glad that I did the audio book. I followed along. As you can tell, like I did tab some parts. So I listened to the audio book. It was fantastic. The guy who did it, I forget what his name was, but he did a phenomenal job. And if it weren't for him, I probably wouldn't have gotten through the book. And so I just enjoyed it. But that's that one. Whoa, okay. The Vampire Lestat by Anne Rice. This is book 2 of the Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice. And I did enjoy this book very much. A lot happened. This was a lot, it's pretty, a decent amount thicker than the first book, which was the interview with the vampire. But this kind of explained a lot. This kind of like, if you don't know much about it, there's like the interview with the vampire, and what that is about is there's this man, Louis, who was turned into a vampire by Lestat. And so in that first book, Louis is talking to, I think a journalist, and telling him about his experience, how he became a vampire, what he went through, what he experienced over hundreds of years. He just wanted his story known. And so this book is about the vampire Lestat, the vampire who turned Louis into a vampire, his story. And this was good. This was good. And it ended in such a way that you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta go on to the next book, which is The Queen of the Damned. Like it just kind of left on a cliffhanger and you're like, what happens? Oh my gosh, I gotta know more. So this was great fun. Loved this. Very good. Let's put these here. Kiki's Delivery Service. This was just a very cute short read. This is probably YA. No, not even YA. So pretty much like a children's book kind of, but it was just so cute and so enjoyable. This says ages 10 and up. This is about Kiki, who is a witch. She's coming of age. She just turned 13, which is a big, important age for a witch. And that's when they decide whether they're going to continue on the path of a witch or if they're going to embrace just normal life. If she decides to embrace continuing on to be a witch, she has to leave home for a year. She has to find a town that does not have a witch and make that town her home and be of service to the town, to the people of the town. So she has to find a way to be of witchy kind of service. And the only magic she really knows is flying. So she starts her own business in this town as a delivery service. And so she delivers packages and it's just really cute. And then she has to decide after that year is up if she's gonna go back, because she gets to go back home. So is she gonna stay home? Is she gonna go back to the town? What is she gonna decide to do with her life at that point? Very, very cute. I enjoyed this. Very quick read, and especially after something as heavy as like Moby Dick. It was, oh my gosh, it was so cute. Loved it, loved it. Oh my gosh, Veins of Magic. This one, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, this was my favorite book of February, Veins of Magic. This is book 2 of the Otherworld series by Hamm. And first book was The Heart of the Fae. This is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast in a fairy way. So there's like a disfigured king of the Fae, Aemon. And so he's kind of disfigured, dethroned, trying to get his throne back. There's Sorka, who is a druid, falls in love with him. And so there's just like magic and fairies and mythical creatures, and it's so cool. This book was, and it just ripped my heart out my chest and put me on this emotional roller coaster, and he's so good. So the story did end of these two. I'm very content. I'm happy with it, but there is another book, Bride of the Sea. I just got it, so I am going to continue with the series because I really enjoyed it. So The Bride of the Sea has nothing to do with these folks. It's a whole different story. I think it's about a mermaid, so we'll see. 5 stars, I'm telling you. That was just so, you can tell by my smile how much I enjoyed that book. And then we have Out of Africa by Isak Dinesen. I might be pronouncing her name wrong. I feel like I say it different every time I talk about this book. But basically this is nonfiction. It is a woman who left, I think, Denmark, and she and her husband, I think they rented maybe 600,000 acres or something in Africa on this farm. And so this is a story of her experiences on this farm with the natives there, with the culture. This was, I think, maybe like the 20s, 30s, something like that. So this was just fantastic. It was a very, very wonderful read. The only thing I really struggled with, and same thing with Moby Dick, was the killing of animals. So in here, you know, hunting and killing lions was just part of what needed to be done. It was just hard to read about. I didn't like that part. But other than that, you know, and it had to be told. I mean, that's how it was. So it's good that I guess she didn't leave that out. But at the same time, I didn't like those parts. I'm sorry. No, I don't want to hear about like you shooting a lion and skinning it or anything of the sort. Or, you know, lions chomping on a giraffe on the side of the road. Or, I'm good. I'm good. So, but this was fantastic. This was a great read. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I read this. It had a lot of wonderful bits. Let me just, oh, I think I already shared that with you. Let me see if there's anything else. As they had become used to the idea of poetry, they begged, "Speak again, speak like rain." Why they should feel verse to be like rain, I do not know. It must have been, however, an expression of applause, since in Africa, rain is always longed for and welcomed. So this is, I guess, when she was pretty much introducing them to like poetry and rhyme, and she would, to the natives on her farm, and she would just rhyme a little poetry, and that was their response, like speak like rain, which it was beautiful, beautiful. So there's a lot of different pieces like that throughout this book that I thought were just so deep and so beautifully written. I loved it. Okay, now we're getting into some manga. All right, we have Hunter x Hunter by Yoshihiro Togashi, Volume 2. This follows Gon, but I feel like I say his name wrong every time, but it follows Gon. He's, I think, 12 years old. He's going through these exams, trying to earn his hunter's license. Very difficult. People die. 1 in like 100,000 people become a hunter, and a hunter is just someone who has this license and this very special, intense skill set when they hunt exotic animals, ingredients, people, anything exotic and rare. And when you mean hunt, it doesn't necessarily mean kill them. It's just like maybe find them, secure them, things like that. This was book 2. Loved it. I have since started, I think I completed book 3. So I got a couple new Hunter x Hunter books recently, and I'm continuing on with the series. And then we have last one, The Way of the Househusband. And this is by Kousuke Oono. Might be saying that wrong, most likely I am, but this follows Tatsu, who is an ex-member of the Yakuza. They called him the Immortal Dragon. He was very, very feared gang member. I mean, he was top of the top pretty much. And he gives up that life to be a house husband to his wife, Miku. And this is just hilarious. It's so fun and so enjoyable. So this was volume 1. And I'm going to continue on with the series. I got more. I think maybe I only got 1 or 2 more books. But this is hilarious. This is just comical. So funny, so funny, so funny. Loved it. Everything to him is just like so serious. Everyone's been waiting for the return of the Immortal Dragon. You can't protect what's precious to you through violence. I'm protecting my family in my own way. And here he is, like, cooking. Can you see? Oh my gosh, anybody. And they do have this on Netflix. I think they have 2 seasons of The Way of the Househusband. So if you're not familiar with it, watch one of those episodes. It's so well done, and it's so freaking funny. I love it. So that's that. So, you know what? Let's do a book haul, because I do have some packages that came yesterday. Let me grab those and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have 3 packages that came in. So let's see what we got here. My little handy dandy thingy. Okay. If you guys don't know, I put myself on a book buying ban for the whole month of February to try to curb my obsession with purchasing or acquiring books. And what ended up happening was March 1st. Once March 1st hit, I went ham and I bought so many books. Like March 1st, I think I went to like Barnes and Noble, and I went on Facebook Marketplace, and I got like 9 books just on March 1st. And then I went online and I was like ordering books. And so it just, yeah, I don't think that worked. So here's the first one. Oh, Hunter x Hunter, volume 4. Okay. Gon. I think his name is Gon. But it's written G-O-N, Gon. So this is a used copy. It's not in bad condition. You can see like a crease here, but other than that, I tried to buy used and sometimes it just doesn't. Sometimes the used books plus their shipping is the same cost of a brand new one with free shipping through Amazon or at Barnes & Noble. So I do try to save some money, but sometimes it's just worth it to just buy it brand new if I'm not gonna really save anything. So that's that one. Let's see what's in the next package. It looks like I only got like one book in each package. So, oh, I know what this is. This is Tatsu. This is Tatsu. I don't know, I feel like my husband and I should dress as like the way of the house husband and Miku for Halloween. I think that would be so cute. Yes, it is. The Way of the House Husband, Volume 2. Oh, look at him. Look at his face and his little head of cabbage. And here is on the back. And I think I know what this one is about, which, oh my gosh. Oh, he does yoga, like he joins this yoga group. Let me see if that's what's in here. And yes, oh my God. So he joins this yoga group and it's like all ladies, you know, they're all probably housewives and whatnot. And as they're in different poses, he calls them different things. And it's so funny. Like he says, and this one's definitely after taking a bullet square to the head. Like he calls this pose taking a bullet square to the head. And this is the perfect driver's seat handoff pose for after the boss tells you to dump the car in the mountains. This is for when you've resigned yourself to getting your pinky cut off after screwing up bad. Like, are you serious? This guy is hilarious. Oh my God, love it. So that's The Way of the House Husband. This is book 2. I'm putting it right here because I'm gonna start this today. I'll probably start it and finish it today. This is weird when they do this because I'm always scared I'm gonna cut the book by accident, so. Okay. And let's see what this one is. Oh! I love it when I forget what I ordered and it's like a whole nother surprise. The Way of the House Husband. This is volume 4. Look at him. Oh. Oh my goodness. Look at like how much pride he takes like in his meals and his food. Look him in the back here. He always has his apron on and is always, he takes his responsibilities so seriously, and God bless his precious heart. He's so funny. So I'm going to be reading quite a bit of manga this month, and that's what I had planned to do, especially because some of the books that I'm reading, I don't want to say, well, I know A Day of Fallen Night. That's a really big chunker. But I'm also reading some books in other languages that are taking me a long time. I am studying languages, so I'm studying Spanish, French, and Korean. So that's taking a lot of time away from reading. So to keep my book count up for my Goodreads 100 books this year goal, manga's gonna play a big role in my book count this year, and I'm not hating it. I am not, no regrets, because these are so fun, and I didn't think I would like manga as much as I did. I just recently dove into it, tried it out, and I was like, you know, what's the big deal? And I do like these. I really, really do like these, and I didn't think, like in my mind, you know, as a reader, I'm like, oh, that's comics. That's not really reading. Yes, Yes, it is. You're still enjoying the smell of books and pages and flipping through. You're still reading words. Your mind is still at work, and you're still imagining and getting involved and lost in these stories and in these characters and getting attached to them. So yeah, no, manga, that's reading. That manga book, that counts. So read what you want. Read everything. Read anything. It all counts. So that is it for me. I'll make a separate video later on, maybe later on today or tomorrow. I don't want this one to be too long, but I will go over some of the books that I'm currently reading. I am finishing up A Farewell to Arms, so I'll talk about that. By the time I do my next video, I will be finished with it, so at least I'll be able to say something about my final thoughts on it. But that's it for now. Keep reading. Find your paradise. Bye.